Hi, my name is Malte, and I'm a teacher at the Global Change Education here at MS, Action Aid Denmark. And I'd like to tell you a little bit just firstly about the education itself. It's an education that lasts for 3 to 4 months, and it's based on a case, which can be climate, that's what we had last time, or it can be mining companies in South Africa, and those problems are then made into a campaign. And during that process, the students learn different things through phases. There's a phase 1, which we call training, and it lasts for about 6 weeks. And there they are given different tools. For example, they learn how to blog, they're given some background information on globalization, they're given some tools in planning, graphic facilitation, stuff like that. Then in the phase 2, they do a field work, which can be done in Denmark or abroad, where they go out and they document the case. For example, as I mentioned, mining companies in South Africa, and then they take those things back to Denmark or other countries, and they do the campaign. So here we have the field work, which is a lot about documentation. And then, as I mentioned, we have the campaign here in phase 3. So the education in itself right now is divided this way, and it culminates in a campaign where all these things are put together, and the students really use their different tools, the things they've learned, in a campaign. The purpose in general of the whole education is to give the students a different perception of themselves. When they begin the course, maybe they haven't been accustomed to really doing public actions. Maybe they don't have such a strong sense of themselves as change makers. But at the end of the course, the idea is to really have changed that perception, that self-perception, so that they leave the classroom and the education with a sense that they can make the world a better place, and the confidence that that is possible. So that's the purpose. Into knowing themselves as change makers. All right, the educational frame in the course Global Change, or the learning principle, is public action learning. And public action learning, we've chosen that because the idea is to make the students or the participants able to act in the public. And here we have the problem, or we center the education around the issue, the problem, which could be climate change. That, for example, the poor countries are experiencing a lot of difficult catastrophes and different issues, while it's really the rich countries that are polluted. So that's the issue. And often in a normal classroom, you'll only have the issue presented and maybe and the knowledge, the background. While here at Global Change, we try to take it a step further. So we do start with the knowledge input, different theories, core concepts related to, for example, climate change. And then we ask the students to really form their own opinion about the issue at hand. We use different methods to do that. For example, we ask them to blog. They write blogs about the knowledge that they've gotten, or they do presentations in front of each other, or they do presentations at different high schools. So together they form their own opinion. then after forming their own opinion and starting to really feel strongly about the issue, they move to the action part. And the action part, because the learning principle is public action learning, takes place outside the classroom. It could be events, it could be collecting signatures, it could be holding public meetings with politicians, it could be lots of different things. In the last course where we worked with climate, we did different demonstrations. We did all the things that I just mentioned before. We also made a web page where people could go in and really find out about the issue. So there's a lot of action going on here, and people learn from that and they understand the knowledge in a much more profound way. If we're talking about the political ways of solving the problem, if we're talking about it here, then they actually get the chance to take those talks into the real world and meet those politicians and do those interviews with the media. And when they then reflect on these actions, they get a much more profound understanding. Oh, that's cool. We'll continue. We'll continue. So they reflect on this action, and combined with the knowledge they have, they should get that more profound understanding of the different things that they've been learning about, and really they should end up, when they leave their education, when they leave the classroom, end up with a different perception of themselves. Because they've been out there and they've acted on the issue, they have a sense that they can actually change the world. And I've seen that as a teacher. I've seen that happen with people, and it's very, very inspiring. Just now I'm getting goosebumps because I've actually seen people moving from just talking into acting and actually changing the way they see themselves and wanting to make that change happen in the future as well.